Today, we're launching a new series, Simply Explained. We're taking a complex idea, problem, phrase, or topic and explaining it, well, simply. I want to start with a term you've probably heard a lot lately. It's called swatting. It's happened to lawmakers, celebrities, even the White House. But what does it actually mean? Let's kick things off with our first installment of Simply Explained. Let's explain swatting. It's a practice where someone makes a false emergency call claiming there's a hoax threat, all in an effort to elicit a SWAT team-like response. Put simply, it's like a prank call, but one that can turn deadly.
28-year-old Andrew Finch, a father of two, was shot and killed by Wichita police Thursday night.
Even the White House was swatted, a 911 caller falsely claiming there was a fire.
Medical response for fire in the White House, 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue Northwest.
Law enforcement officials now say there's been an alarming rise in the practice.
A deeply disturbing spike in threats against those who serve the public.
Recently, a long list of politicians on both sides of the aisle have been targeted by the practice. It's hit celebrities, too, like Nicki Minaj, Justin Timberlake, Miley Cyrus, and others. Influencer JoJo Siwa even saying she was swatted after coming out as LGBTQ.
Our house has been swatted 42 times now.
42 times police have actually come in some form to your door?
Yes.
Quick history lesson.
We have a report on phone freaks.
Back in the 1970s, phone freakers would manipulate phone systems to make free long-distance calls.
I've invested about 20 years of my life in phone freaking, really, and just discovering things piece by piece.
Years later, as the practice evolved, the term swatting emerged. Among the earliest incidents, the FBI found 5 swatters called 911 in over 60 cities nationwide between 2002 and 2006. Why do people make these calls to begin with?
Right. So when you are the recipient of a police response, this is distressing. And particularly for a victim who has no idea that it's coming. All of this is designed to harass and disrupt a victim.
The disruptions also hitting schools and colleges. Authorities warning of a spate of threats and coordinated swatting efforts behind school shooting hoaxes.
Police department, anybody inside?
And these hoaxes can be costly, with some police departments reporting between $15,000 and $100,000 spent per incident. Sometimes swatters are caught, like after this prank 911 call placed when serial swatter Tyler Barris lost a video game.
They were arguing and I just shot him in the head and he's not breathing anymore.
The call and subsequent response resulted in the death of Andrew Finch. Finch was shot by authorities, and the caller, Tyler Barris, was later sentenced to 20 years in prison. Law enforcement says most of the time, due to new technology, that's not the case.
With spoofing, you can create different numbers and make it appear that I'm calling you when it's really not even from my phone number.
Just last year, the FBI created a national database to track the incidents, with Virginia and Ohio passing anti-swatting legislation. On a federal level, efforts to combat the issue have largely failed, though a new bill was just introduced in Congress.
The consequences of this are oftentimes not thought out. It may be done as a prank or as a joke, and the people doing that don't realize that it's going to have significant impact on the person.
And that's swatting simply explained. And as mentioned, it's hard to catch swatters, and penalties do vary by state. But here's what's universal. Swatting is both a state and federal crime and can result in felony charges. New legislation just proposed includes stricter penalties of up to 20 years in prison if a victim ends up seriously hurt in a false call attack. And notably, one of the lawmakers behind that bill, Senator Rick Scott, was actually a target of swatting in December. Now, we want to hear from you. What other stories do you want simply explained? Let me know by connecting with me on your favorite social media platform at Simply Zinhle.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.